Hey FROBAES, welcome back. As I told you guys before, we are knocking out this content. If you are new here, my name is Tyler. Welcome to FROstrated, the channel. If you are not new here, join the couch because this debate has to be settled today, okay? I wanted to talk about some of the differences or similarities between a braid out versus a twist out, because let's keep it real, you are blessed if you can do both and they come out the same, if not pretty on both ends, or you stick to one or the other simply because you know the turnout is going to be exactly how you want it to be. So without further ado, guys, let's hop right into braid out versus twist out. Okay, so I actually have like a little list of things that I think would determine whether you are a braid out person or a twist out person. And this is based off of my experience with both. Now, I do more twist outs than braid outs, but I have done enough of both to kind of give you guys an idea of what you would be, what finish you're wanting depending on what you're going for. If you guys are team braid out, give me a orange heart. If you guys are team twist out, give me a pink heart. Just so I know where you guys are moving further into my content, because obviously I do one a little bit more than the other, but I want to try out both one day and do them like side by side so you guys can see the difference between a visual difference between the two. But for the first kind of point between the two, I think that a twist out is simply a little bit easier than a braid out. Now hear me out. I actually have that reversed. Braid out is actually easier to do than a twist out. I have never in my 10, 11, 12 years of being natural have never timed myself per se, but I always have an idea of how long it's going to take for a twist out to last and take versus a braid out. If you're a time person, braid outs might be a little bit better for you. If you like to be very, very particular, then a twist out might be for you. The second tip is going to be the actual duration, the time to do it. Now, y'all, braid outs, like I said, an hour. With my hair, an hour. Twist outs, like right after you wash it and you like want it to be super, super defined, that can take a while, especially if you have them like small and you actually want to wear them as an actual style prior to you taking them down. It can take a while. So if that's you, put one tick on for braid out and leave twist out alone. If you are like, I need for my twist out, I need for my hair to be super, super curly, twist out is for you. Okay, so the second point really determines whether or what type of natural you are or would like to be, or what style you're going for. In my opinion, if you're going for definition, twist out may be for you. But if you're going for volume, braid out. Hear me out. Braid outs tend to do really well with expanding and having the illusion of a huge, beautiful, voluminous, braid out or style, versus a twist out. Depending on what type of products you use, you can really, 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 really capture the definition of whatever curl pattern or curl type that you have. So if you're trying to do a mixture of both, I would either, lean towards using a little bit more oil or water with your twist outs to get that look plus the volume. With the braid outs, you might want to spray it right after you do your braids to make sure that you lock in the water so that the curls or the braid finish is just as defined, if that makes sense. But I feel that if you are really looking for big or like super, super wet, like in a way where it fits your face, a braid out might be better for you, in my opinion. Now, twist out, you might still get that same finish in terms of like filling in your face, but it may not be as wide or as big, which if you're going for wide or big, then I think a braid out will work for you. Now, we can debate on this. Like, we can do that. But I just think that If we're going for big, braid out. If you're going for super curly but not as big, twist out. So look at your scoreboard, figure out where you're at. Are you volume, braid out, or are you definition, twist out? Okay, let's hop to number 3. So number is room for error, or what I like to call creativity. So I think with a twist out, once you get your twist in, if you are not a fan of waking up and taking those twists down and going to do whatever you do, whether it's work or whatever, you have the ability to wear your twist for a week or so, a couple of days, depending on how you feel. And then you can take them out and actually wear that as a style. So you have a little bit more room to be creative. You can wear your hair up and down in those twists, and then you can take it down, wear up and down, wear all of it up, all of it down. You have a little bit more creative control with the twist out versus a braid out. Depending, if it's a lazy braid out, you literally have no room for error. Like, the moment you take your hair down and you space it out to how you want it, the best way to keep that braid out like it was on day one is to pineapple, or, have it stored away essentially, so that when you take it down the next day, it still has the same volume. But depending on how you section it, you can move that piece out of place and then it sticks out like a sore thumb. At least for me, I have found that I have a little bit more creative control with the twist out versus with the braid out. With the braid out, this is it. Okay, you could maybe put like a couple pieces back if that's your style. You could possibly put this all, maybe an up and down, but you're gonna lose the tightness of the original curl. If that's what you want, then by all means, you're even when it comes to the creative control, one versus the other. I just find that with the braid out, you have to intentionally have your hair in this middle part, side part, whatever the case may be. It's going to be kind of difficult for you to kind of move it around and still keep the original tight curl, if that makes sense. So if you're one to want to stretch out your style at least another week, you might be a twist out girl. You might be a twist out natural. If you are not, if you want to wear your hair just like this with the original curls, maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe a week, if you're lucky, you might be a braid out girl. You just have to be careful with parting and styling, because if you did not part it in a way where even after you take it down, you can move it around, it can cause like bulkiness, or it'll poof up to where, all of your tight curls look a certain way, and then you have this one section that just won't do right. Now, again, this is all relative. If you part it a certain way, if you braid it a certain way, if you have it sized a certain way, it's not going to matter either which way you go. But lazy naturals like myself, I have intentions on wearing this particular style for a certain period of time, versus a twist out. I know even if it doesn't come out right, I can finesse the curls that did last. You get what I'm saying? But this right here, you could brush it out, but then the style's gone. So you just keep that in mind. So let's tally up. Where are we at? Are you a creative control twist out? Or I like what I see, I want to keep it right there, braid out? Where are you at? What is the score so far? What are we looking like? Do we have more orange hearts or do we have more pink hearts? Let me know. So my very last point, and this might be the most important. It probably should have been the first, but whatever. It's products. Let's keep it real here. We are keeping our products to a minimum if we can, right? Maybe not. Might not be your lingo, that's okay. But are we using more product or less product? Of course, all relative, but I find that I am using a lot less with braid outs and a lot more with twist outs. Like, I don't know if they had like a meeting and said, you take one, I'll take the other. Y'all help me out. But with braid outs, I always use a moisturizer or moisturizing cream or a curl mousse of some sort, water. That's it. And that's really like keeping it just like this for a couple of days. And I know that when I take it down, it might have a little frizz. That's fine. I'll put some on after the fact. But twist outs, let's talk about it. Like twist outs, you have to, first of all, water bottle needs to be within reach. Because the moment your hair dries, that curl that you thought you was going to get, that twist, that coil, over with. You about to get this real flat curl and you hope it'll last you. Gel, for those who use gel, you're gonna need a lot of that too, especially if you're trying to wear it as a style without taking the curls down or the twist down. You have to make sure your edges are right. You have to make sure that your little flyaways are covered, even in the sections that have nothing to do with the front of your head. Whatever leave-in conditioner or mousse or cream that you're using, if you're not careful and you're not distributing your products throughout your hair evenly, you find yourself double dipping, triple dipping, quadruple dipping just to get your full strand moisturized. Now, I'm a person where if I feel like I need more, I'm going to add as I, but you may not necessarily have to do that. Of course, it's totally relative to your hair. But I find that it's super simple. My hands are not super wet. My shirt is not soaked. My neck is not like a different color because it's full of products with the braid out. But with the twist out, I'm like, girl, I need a towel over my neck just to get to the back of my head and make sure that it gets the right amount of hydration. It gets the right amount of oil, the right amount of moisture, all that good stuff. With my braid out, I'm done in 30 minutes. I might, spray it again with water just to make sure it like dries down the way it's supposed to. And that's it. If you like a lot of products or if you like combining products to give you the right definition or the right finish, you're a twist out person. If you like to reduce and kind of keep things simple, and I won't say that the twist outs aren't simple, but you get what I'm saying. You may be a braid out person, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, super simple video, y'all. I just need y'all to kind of think about this and let me know in the comments what you think. Are you a braid out person or are you a twist out person? Promise you I won't judge, because I think, in my opinion, I'll tell you guys, I may have converted, if you want me to keep it real, because y'all, this is braid out. Braid out, all braid out. Now, regardless of what I do, I'm always going to have frizz. I'm always going to have some curls that just don't want to do right. And you may relate to me in some sort of way. It may not be in the middle left side of your head. It could be in the back of the front. But I find that it takes me less time to do a braid out and I get bomb results even still, which is why I said I haven't decided yet, I may have converted into a braid out girl. However, I find that my cuter styles and the styles that last longer are with my twist outs. So I'm kind of in the middle. I won't lie. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm a little torn because I'm lazy and I like things to be done in a quick manner and I don't want to spend all day on my hair. But at the same time, I like the finish that I get from a twist out, and I like that it lasts me long enough for me to move it around. I get a little up down, I get a up down, I get I get different styles with the twist out versus something like this where after maybe 72 hours we have to go ahead and figure out what our next style is going to be. So you guys tell me, are y'all team orange heart or team pink heart? Now, if you have an even count, that's okay. But there has to be a deciding factor somewhere. Now, is this to tell you to do one or the other? Absolutely not. Do both, please. Give yourself the range. Because that's the only way you know what you like, is if you do both of them. I'm just saying, which one do you find yourself doing more of? Yep. I know. You ponder on that. And of course, guys, we will be back with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below where you are, orange heart, pink heart, or both. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope y'all ready because we cranking out content, okay? Bye.